All right, everyone, welcome to the Taco Stacks YouTube channel. Today we're turning cucumbers into pickles. Not a professional cook by any means, but I have a garden and there's so many cucumbers, I have to do something with them. So I'm going to show you exactly how I make my so-called pickled cucumbers. They are delicious and they're ready to eat within just a couple hours. So I don't know how well this would work if you're going to can them for like 6 months, but if you want to eat a delicious fresh cucumber in a couple hours or overnight for the next day for a healthy snack, stay tuned. If you're watching this just because you're subscribed to the channel and you see me in this funny hat, thank you. You can laugh with me. I'm also sweating beyond sweating, but let's turn some cucumbers into pickles. And I gotta say, these are absolutely delicious pickles. So let's get into it. Very, very simple. So the big kicker with this stuff is always your ingredients. And in fact, you probably don't even have to go to the store for really many of these ingredients, but you have your cucumber, which for me is a fresh cucumber from the garden. This is called a Caribbean Red Hot. As you can see, it's not red, it's green. The Scoville units on this is around 350,000 to 400,000. Trust me, it's not that hot as long as you don't open this, but it does give it a little bit of kick, just kind of settling with the cucumbers in the jar. But yes, 400,000 for this Caribbean Red Hot, and it's not red yet. This is garlic. We also have black peppercorn, which is essentially part of the pickling spice that I'm going to be using. Kosher salt, white vinegar. Some people say use apple cider vinegar. I haven't tried that yet. And then fresh dill. So this dill will also give it a great taste. But you'll see, especially if you try this, it is not very difficult to make, and there's really not that many ingredients that you have to get at the store. If you have your own garden, you might already have dill. You might have a pepper that's hot. I haven't tried a jalapeno. I haven't tried a habanero. A lot of people say use a habanero pepper. This is literally just the hottest pepper, and pretty much the only pepper that I have is not a sweet pepper in my garden is this, so I'm using that. But yeah, let's cut open this cucumber and then see what happens. Now for me, I don't like eating prickly cucumbers, so by doing this, you're essentially taking off all the little pricklies. There is an end on that. I will go ahead and probably just cut that off while I'm cutting open the cucumber. But that's all you gotta do. Just a little rinse, get off the little dirt, the little bugs, if there's bugs, fresh from the garden. You never know. But yeah, all right. So like I said, I was going to cut off the end of this, which I am going to right now. So just go like that, cut right down the middle. Very simple, definitely do not cut down the middle at all. You have lots of seeds in there. In fact, when you eat this, you don't even really taste any of the seeds. Oh, we got some spears. I think that's even how they sell it at the store. So bam, just like that. If you really want to cut it up again, some of these larger pieces, I guess you can cut up, but it's literally like one cucumber will fit in this jar, which isn't a problem. All right, lastly, this is probably dumb to do, but oh yeah, I can see the juice is already coming out. Ooh, this is gonna be a hot one. Took off the stem. Man, that'll light you up. Who needs other things when you just have that? Wow, that is freaking hot. Man, it's like having a smelling salt. Anyway, yeah, let's start filling up the jar with your ingredients. All right, so probably shouldn't, yeah, whatever. Let's start off with some black peppercorn. So a lot of people say use allspice or, I don't know, some random spices, pickling spice. This is pretty much one of the very few ingredients I use. This and kosher salt, I guess, is kind of the pickling spice. Sometimes there's like 7 or 8 different ingredients. I'm just using like 2. But take a handful. Like I said, this is a pint-sized jar that I'm using. I have maybe, I don't know how many are in there, 25, 30. Probably put a little bit more. If you're using a quart size, you're probably going to want to use more than that, just because you're going to have more pickles in there, or cucumbers. Yeah, so decent amount. Maybe 40 of those little guys. I also noticed at the store, peppercorn isn't really that expensive compared to all the other spices, as long as you get the store brand one. I think this jar was like $1.75. But yeah, so that's that. Next ingredient, salt, kosher salt. And when I tell you this stuff is going to taste so good, not the salt, but the pickles. Gotta open it. Alright, I don't know how much. It's got some smell. I probably used about the same amount of salt that I use peppercorn. Like, so however much I fit in my hand, I put in there. Next thing is this garlic, which I guess you gotta peel it first. I'm not someone who cooks, so if you're watching this and you're still watching this, and you think I'm some professional because I look like a professional, I don't even know if you're supposed to do this. Now I'm gonna smell like garlic. So this is just a little bit. All right, screw it. 2 of those guys, I don't even know how much that is, but you'll be all right. All right, 2 of those, and then, oh, the dill. Gotta remember some fresh dill. I just picked this off. Take a nice, healthy handful, like that. If you're able to get fresh dill from like your garden, that's probably best. This comes from the store. I'm sure it's pretty much fresh. There you go, that's enough. So that's your dill. All right. Now that you got all that, man, I am sweating. Now that you got all that, let's put our cucumbers in there. So let's see how much can fit. This might only fit 3 because this cucumber was a little bit big. I'll try to get all 4 in there. And I'll cut this one in half. There we go. That one, and then we'll use this part. So there's 1/4 still left, but I probably could actually fit that in there. Oh no, that one goes to Salsa, my dog, before I put this pepper in there. And then we're going to take this pepper and put it in the jar. So that's going to give it some nice kick, all right? We're all settled in there. The next step is you're going to use this distilled white vinegar. A lot of people like to complain about this and say use just water, use this, use that. For the sake of this video, I'm using this. If you're upset about it, too bad. What I've noticed is like whatever's in between 1/3 and 1/2 is probably good. So 1 and whatever, my math's pretty much bad, it's been a while. But anyway, use about 1/3 to 1/2 of a jar. So like this would be, we'll just put 1/3 in. Yeah, that's about 1/3, so I still got more. This also isn't that expensive, it's just distilled white vinegar. And then we're going to add some water. So this is kind of where it gets kind of confusing, and I don't really know the science of it, but I fill up the jar of water, and then you just boil the water, and then you put the boiling water in there. Alright, now that you have your boiling water, as long as you don't spill it on yourself, put the water in here. You can hear it sizzling. Kind of want to fill it up to the top. For a second I forgot if I put that hot pepper in there, but I did. Alright. Something in there is sizzling, I don't know why. It's like bubbling. It's coming out of the pepper. Alright, now the fun part is you put the lid on first, right? Is that what you do? You don't have to screw it on so tight you gotta like break an arm trying to take it off. You gotta flip it over. I don't know why people do this, but I do this. I guess it helps seal it. And now, in all honesty, you can probably eat this in about 2 hours. Like I said, I have not tried canning it this way and eating it 6 months from now, but I have ate it like in 6 hours and then the next morning. It tastes amazing the next morning. And yeah, so we'll see how well it works with that. Get all the nice ingredients in there. Cooking. You can see all the, it looks healthy. And now it's time to crack this guy open. So whenever doing this, you're probably gonna hear a pop on this thing. Well, there was a pop that came off a lot easier than it has before. Well, you can really smell the dill. So when I got the ingredients, I actually had a bunch of dill out. I left it out, and my whole house smelled like dill for probably the whole day. So if you're doing this, make sure to put your dill away. But yeah, let's go ahead and give it a little taste. That's really good. So, overall impression, it does have a little bit of kick. Not super hot. Like, I know it says 400,000 Scoville units. I wouldn't say this is hotter than a jalapeno at all. I've literally pickle juice like dribbling down my hand. So a little bit of kick. You have a little bit of dill also, so it's kind of like a spicy dill pickle. But it tastes so fresh. Wow. That is so good. I think I can start my own business. I don't like cucumbers straight from the garden. To me, they don't taste really good. I can easily polish this thing off in the next 5 minutes. But I don't like cucumbers just from the garden. I don't like cucumber salads, but I love pickles. I love pickles I love dill pickles, bread and bar pickles. They just taste good to me for some reason. I know some people don't like pickles at all. But this has such a fresh garden taste with the same bite that you might have from a professional cuisine. I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, but I'm not joking. This is amazing. So if you're out there and you want to try this, I would say follow the same exact ingredients. I don't know how it's going to taste a week from now. I don't know how it's going to taste a month from now. But if you want something to pack a lunch with, or you grow a lot of cucumbers in your garden, you don't know what to do with it, pickling cucumbers that is, this is amazing. But if you want to try it, thanks for tagging along. If you just wanted to see me cook, thanks for tagging along. And I'll catch you guys next time for next adventure with taco stacks. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.